Yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Are you there? Eric? Do you not know we
Yeah,
started?
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mike, I'm on a delay for a second there. It wasn't doing anything. I apologize to all yous out there. Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that happened this past week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you
I
tonight?
am doing okay. I got to watch a lot of week 1 games, and
Oh,
I
excellent.
watched, last night as well. So I'm getting my football fix in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, Saturday night, I went to the movies. Just a recommendation, Caught Stealing. Not sure if you've seen it.
Never heard of it.
It's pretty good. Yeah, check it out. It's actually pretty good. It's a little twist. It's like a action mystery type
Who's in it?
thing. It's really good. A couple of English actors. I don't remember the kid's name, the main star, but it's worth
Okay.
seeing.
All right.
Highly recommended. I know you're a movie guy as
Yeah.
well, so
Is it about baseball?
I would highly recommend it. It's actually got a baseball thing in it.
I see, because
It is a
by the
big-
sounds of it, it sounds like it's about the Houston Astros.
Yeah, a few trash cans in it. Yes, absolutely. So check that out, Ron. I think you'd enjoy it.
There's one
But
postcard,
with that-
one Christmas card, by the way, already.
Yeah,
My goal
done.
is 20 by the end of the show.
All right. I love it. I love it. So want to first and foremost say, if you are joining us live, please join the chat. Let us know what you think. So any topic we are covering, we would be more than willing to discuss with you. I also want to thank those that are helping us continue to grow. First and foremost, 99.1 WDJY in Dallas, Georgia, for putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as SECTV Public Access Channel 12 in Southeast Connecticut on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. And Ron, our other spot is...
Oh, yeah. Well, this is a great one. WBOB, is really getting behind the show. So tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
And we want to thank them for putting us on every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. We appreciate the support there. We'd also love to have you join us. So please join the chat as much as possible to let us know what you think, because we want to just have some fun tonight. I know you want to have some fun tonight, Ron. Are you ready to get this party started?
Oh, my God. I was born ready.
Born ready. We're packing a punch. Episode 37, season 5. Let us begin with our leadoff story. Green Bay Packers defeated the Washington Commanders last night. Do you think they are the team to beat in the NFC so far, based off of the two games we've seen?
Look, they played two good teams. Detroit,
right? Two playoff
Washington.
Teams.
These are two good teams. And even though I want to say yes, the Eagles still, in my mind, are the team to beat. They are the defending champions. But let me tell you, this Green Bay team looks really good. I mean, when you start looking at it, picking, parts of the defense apart, the offense, they're a very well-balanced team. And on the top end of both sides of the ball. Both sides. And I'll tell you, Matt LaFleur's got this team playing very well. He's proven my point when I put him in that that list of honorable mentions,
active,
right?
yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. I think he's proven that he's a very good coach. He can win with so many different dynamics, different than most. Listen, I want to say the growth of Jordan Love and what we're seeing. He sat back for a few years, right behind Aaron Rodgers, and there was some questions. Did they make the right decision? I think they did, because you can see the growth in the maturity that has transformed this season. Last season got him to the postseason. I think that he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Matthew Golden, their first round draft pick, to eventually step up and learn.
Absolutely, yeah.
That'll make them more explosive offensively. And then I will say this, Ron, we talked about Micah Parsons several times now in the last few weeks. But the energy he's bringing to just the organization, not just the defensive side of the ball, but the entire organization, it's almost like they feel like they can win a championship because of that trade.
You can see when they show him on the sidelines, when he's not even in the game, that when the offense comes off the field, especially when they score, he's one of the players that they approach. Usually it's like all the offense is just like all in this, this mob scene on the sidelines, but he's part of that. And he's brought something, I think he's brought something special to this team as a whole. And even if he doesn't put up those massive numbers, everybody else is starting to chip in, across the board. Like, I'm telling you, they're getting it from every position, the line, the linebackers, the defensive backs, and it's bled into the offensive side of the ball, because you can see, Jacobs running with more aggression than what he was previously. The linemen are just like standing in there in the trenches. It's just been unbelievable. What's that? Kraft.
Yeah, the tight end.
Wow. What a game he had, right?
And I think they said it was like the most by a tight end. I can't remember how many years. Like, you think about
it, was a lot.
He's incorporating every player. Like, it's pretty remarkable. Yeah, I saw that Jacobs run into the end zone, and he was just it was basically a train hitting a parked automotive.
Yeah, it really, like, I took notice against Detroit, okay, I see that. But I really took notice last night watching that game. Washington was never in the game. They were never in it. I think Green Bay, Washington started to creep up on them, and Green Bay just slammed the door shut and just took over from there. And I'll tell you, it was a very impressive win. The rest of the league needs to watch out for this team, because they're a Super Bowl contender, no doubt.
So we said, right, NFC. So you said it. You mentioned the Eagles. Maybe you put ahead of them. They've already beaten Detroit, right? So from a record standpoint, if there was tiebreakers, you got a good opportunity there.
Those are the teams. The three teams that we're talking about are the only teams I think can stand in Green Bay's way, and I think Washington just got exposed. So I don't think they're in it now. I think more and more I'm looking at maybe Dallas might beat out Washington this year.
It'd be interesting to see. They got a game against the Giants this week that I feel like could start to spark the Dallas Cowboys a little bit, but we'll have to see. If you were going to,
I want to add that Lattimore was terrible in that game for Washington.
And again, I think people anointed. It's the same thing you're seeing in Houston. I think people anointed Washington as this phenomenal. Listen, they had a very good season last year. They did some things nobody expected, but you also got to understand, sometimes it's because people come out of nowhere and get surprised by what they're doing.
Yeah.
once you start to get tape on guys and see how certain things affect them, these NFL teams, there's a lot of scouting, a lot of film, a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
things that go on, and you're starting to see it. That again, now if he can't change a little bit, Jaden Daniels, and not expose some of his weaknesses, then you're going to continue to see them struggle. A couple big injuries yesterday too, right? Eckler went down, Reed for the Green Bay Packers went down. So already see some early injuries from both of these teams that could ultimately affect them as well.
Yeah, Reed was a big injury, but it didn't look like they needed him.
Yeah, at this
I mean,
point,
it's a nice piece to have, of course.
yeah.
But
Any injury though, at some point, right, could affect you. But
yes,
it's this is going to be we said it, a fun season. So we're going to continue talking some NFL, but let us know out there if you believe the Packers are the team to beat in the NFC. We'd love to hear from you. If you are live, let us know, because they look for real. 2-0 to start the season. Great game
they
last
do.
night. They looked really good. All right, Ron, let's go the opposite end here with our next story. And we're going to talk about the two teams that are 0-1, the Miami Dolphins and the
teams
New
are
England
awesome.
Patriots. Which team needs the win more?
Well, it's interesting because I think, early on the Patriots have an easier schedule. But I really think that Miami needs the win more because their window could close shut on them.
Well, I agree with you. It's Miami, and for a few reasons. First and foremost, there is a lot of talk of the team losing faith in Mike McDaniels.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The hype was not real.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
He's on a hot seat. They had a players only meeting this week. So again, things I'm sure were discussed during that players only meeting. But I would say this too. You can start to see if they lose this game, players like Tyreek Hill, who has some issues off the field as well, but could move on. They could possibly start to look at trading some guys. So it could be affecting them in many different ways if they lose this game. Whereas New England, I think we are kind of just waiting to see if Vrabel can really figure this out and build something.
Yeah, and despite the loss last week for New England, I thought as a whole they improved. They obviously made a lot of young mistakes, with the two rookie offensive linemen, the young defensive backs, missing reads and stuff like that. I mean, that is part of growing pains for a young team, right? I mean, you'd never know it with Green Bay, but that's besides the point.
No, I loved Growing Pains. That was a great show, by the way.
Yeah, it was a great show. Kirk Cameron.
Right?
Yeah. I'm just a little I'm patient. Like I don't care if they win 5 games this year.
As long as they're competitive.
I just want to see the growth.
Right? They're in the games. I mean, Miami side, Tua looked horrible. The offense looked horrible. Tua threw for 114 yards.
Indianapolis.
114 yards run and 2 interceptions for Tua. Right? They lost to the Colts, who we didn't expect. And then if you look at this is the biggest factor that I don't think anybody's even thinking about. The New England Patriots predominantly have not been good in Miami.
Right.
Even with Tom Brady during a 20-year decade, they can't win in Miami. If they're at a boiling point right now, if New England can go into Miami and win, I think this roll. Right? This is it. Like, this is why Miami needs this win more than ever.
Oh, absolutely.
It could literally change the whole dynamic of the rest of their season. You may see guys cut. You may see guys get benched. You may see guys traded. You may see a coach fired.
And all of the above, right? I think it'll be all of those cases. And, it just goes to show you how fragile a team can be when things go wrong. Yes, when things are great and you're winning, those problems don't happen because everybody's happy. Soon as there's a little turmoil and losses start piling up, the finger pointing starts happening. And then we know what a team is made out of.
And I will say this: we have heard early in the season, before it even started, that there was some problems in Miami. There was a lot of questions about Mike McDaniel. There's a lot of questions on the commitment from a lot of the top players. We're starting to see it on the field, and you don't want to go down 0-2, especially losing to New England, who again does not play well in Miami. It's almost a given that they lose,
and that they were one of the worst teams in the league last year. I mean, I know it got revamped, with Vrabel, at the helm, but still. A team doesn't go from like the bottom to the top in 1 year.
It's very rare.
It's rare, and there's still a lot of things that have to be cleaned up. And if New England does go in there, and I'll tell you, it's possible they could, because I mean, when you're looking at the coach, if this team plays like their coach, they're not going to give up on anything.
No. Yeah, I could see that.
It could happen, and Miami's very vulnerable right now. They're very vulnerable. I mean, when you get picked apart by Daniel Jones, I can't, and I got to give Daniel Jones some credit. Got to give him some credit, but it's still Daniel Jones.
Speaking of Jones, how excited are you to see Mac Jones playing for the 49ers this week?
Yeah, I'm stunned. Huh? Well, actually, I'm not stunned because Purdy's had some injuries. He's had injuries. Yeah. Every year it seems like he misses a couple of games.
Mac Jones, baby. Still around.
Could you imagine if he takes Purdy's job away?
I can't. All right, Ron, let's talk about some other games of interest. I'm sure you have that San Francisco game circled on your calendar now. But we do this during the NFL season. We kind of talk about games that we're interested in watching this week, or at least keeping an eye on. I'm going to start off with this Bears at Lions matchup.
It's intriguing.
Right? It's intriguing because Ben Johnson back in Detroit.
Yeah.
And if there's a coach that could probably mess up that offense more, it's Ben Johnson. So I'm interested to just see if he can pull something out based on the fact that he knew that offense better than anybody else. So I think it's an interesting game to keep an eye on.
I remember last week when I was talking about Detroit, and I'm like, they could really be hurt this year by losing their star offensive coordinator. Yeah. They did not do very well against Green Bay. Now, I know Chicago is not Green Bay, but if they start 0-2, that is a problem for Detroit.
We might get some great sound bites out of Detroit because Dan Campbell is.
We might.
He might lose it, but what other games do you have, Ron? I have 5 total.
I have 4. I did not list the San Francisco one. So.
Oh, shocked. Was that before you? Because you didn't know Mac Jones.
I like this Tampa Bay and Houston game because Houston got punched in the mouth last week.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's not going to get any easier for them.
So you said something earlier. You don't normally go from the bottom to the top quick.
You can go to the top from the bottom
real fast. And Houston's starting to come right. They're on that path, and I think to your point, they need to start to show that they're 2 years ago the Houston Texans are not.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how much did everybody overachieve that year for them.
And CJ Stroud, right? Again, we skyrocketed him to Super Bowl the second season. People were talking.
Yeah.
Another interesting one, and you have it on that screen, right? At the Broncos at the Colts, because I think these two teams will be fighting for a wild card spot. I mean, the Colts could possibly win the division. I think they may.
Now, yeah.
But if not, I think this game could have some implications later in the season when it comes to tiebreakers.
Yeah, and now Indianapolis has to, realize that they can't let up because they've had some seasons where they missed the playoffs because of losing in the last game. And then, then there's been seasons where they just can't get anything done. It's been a while since they've been, the team in that division. And they have a shot now of taking a hold of this division. I mean, if things fall right this week, but they got a tough matchup.
But could we possibly see again another Sam Darnold situation this season with Daniel Jones, where now he's just playing off, somewhere another planet right now? All right, what else do you have, Ron?
I got this New England Miami game as one of my games too.
Okay.
I think we all have the top game of the week.
Yeah. Yes. I'm sure we'll save that one for the end. But yeah, I think it's an interesting matchup because I think as a New England fan, you want to see more from the Patriots. Yeah. My question would be, is Drake May legitimately going to be a quarterback of the future? Or do we have an average quarterback that we hope or fans seem to believe could be better? And then again, if Miami loses, yeah, and if Miami loses, holy cow, we can't wait to talk about that next week.
Don't forget this fact that this is another offense that he had to learn in year 2.
Yeah, but my question would be is this: I still don't see, tell me a game he's really won. You know what I mean? He's never won a game.
He didn't win much last year, so
he has 3 wins. One of them was he started the game, got knocked out of the game, but they won that game. I don't see in precious situations or moments where I feel like he's going to make a play. He's going to do something. He seemed a little tentative.
But they do need to run the ball for the kid.
Yeah, agreed. And I just listen. Miami on a short week too. They play Thursday night. So they lose, you go in Thursday. Holy smokes, that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I also have, I'm surprised you didn't have this one, or if you do, yeah, you haven't mentioned yet, Falcons at Vikings. Because here I feel...
Yeah, I was a little hesitant. I don't know. I'm not... Like, everybody was all giddy about Minnesota last week.
Right? Yeah. But again,
they shouldn't have won that game. I'm sorry. That was given to them.
But how for real are the Falcons playoffs? I know it's week 2, but the problem with the NFL is it's so short that these games matter sometimes. These 2 teams could be fighting for a wild card spot in the NFC because I don't think they're top-notch cream of the crop teams. I think they're good teams that need some luck.
Tampa Bay. Eric, Atlanta and Tampa Bay. It's like one of those are going to win the division, and then it's going to be almost impossible for the other team to get in because they've been stuck in this mediocrity for a couple of years now. And, and they both have rosters that they should be doing much better. But I don't, for whatever reason, I know the reason is because they have a first and second place schedule and they have to play the good teams in these other divisions and they're getting smoked by them. but that goes without saying. You still have to clean up in your own division. And they go 1-1 against each other. And then if they go 1-1 with New Orleans or Carolina, the season's lost.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to win those 2 games.
Yeah.
For both of those teams. And that's why I say, J.J. McCarthy, is he for real? We'll find out. Because, again, for 3 quarters or so, you were kind of like, ooh, they made a mistake.
Yeah, Baker's Baker's gonna put him in a position to win. He's
think about how far he's come.
Comebacks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
right. Well, think about how far Baker Mayfield's come. Like a couple of years ago, we were just about saying he was done. I wish he did the commercials again. Now I miss him on those commercials. What else do you have? You remember those? What was it? Was it for Allstate? It was one of the insurance companies.
Yeah. When he's living in the arena,
the stadium. Yeah. Oh man.
I don't know. I don't have any others but the Philly and Kansas City.
I got one other one.
What do you got?
Chargers at Raiders Monday night. Because
I didn't even see that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
And I will say this, it's not because the Raiders are 1-0, because I really think the Raiders are an okay team. I'm not even going to say they're good, they're okay. But these are the games the Chargers lose that ultimately hurt them.
Right.
And if we're finally going to say the Chargers are a legitimate contender, these are the games they need to win. Right, I get the Kansas City. They beat Kansas City once, but you lose to a Kansas City or you lose to Denver, but they should beat the Raiders. There shouldn't even be a question of it. If they lose this game, they're 1-1, and here we go into the same thing. They're fighting towards the end. So I thought this was an interesting game.
And then they lose to a team like Indianapolis in the last game, and then they missed the playoffs.
Yeah, right. And then obviously you said it, the Eagles at the Chiefs. Again, the Chiefs to me need this win so bad because I think 0-2. There'll be a lot of rumblings, as crazy as it sounds. That's a tough hole to come out of. I mean, New England did it a few years ago. We're on to Cincinnati. They were 0-2. Right. They got blown out. I think they were 2-2 at the time, and then went on a run and won the Super Bowl.
Exactly. But Kansas City, if they start 0-2. And then you look at the division rivals, somebody else is going to be 2-0 because Raiders and Chargers are both 1-0 right now.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to be 2-0 in that division, and Denver has Indianapolis. If they could take care of business, if Kansas City goes down 0-2, it's going to be a tough climb to get back to the top.
Especially if the Chargers can pull this out, because to me, I think that would be the team to beat in this division.
Yeah, so, I still like Denver in this. I think their defense is really good.
Thank you, Morales. I'm Morales 8. Thank you.
Hey, Morales.
Thank you from Kick on Kick, watching us on Kick. Thank you for the support. Continue to watch. Let us know what you think. Any games of interest in the NFL. Have you posted in Kick Fam Discord server yet? If you want. Hey, we knew there was going to be a catch. There's Kick. All right, Ron. Let's move on to our starting five.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ron, tonight we thought we'd keep the NBA alive because I'm sure they need it. And we single-handedly are the reason that the NBA is alive. Yeah. But we're going to give you our starting 5 Golden State Warriors of all time. I am first this week, so I will start us off with my honorable mentions. I have 3. I have 3 honorable mentions. First and foremost, this is probably going to surprise you, but I have Klay Thompson as an honorable mention. I have Draymond Green as an honorable mention, and I have Nate Thurmond as an honorable mention. Those are my 3 honorable mentions for the Golden State Warriors.
Okay. I have a few honorable mentions as well.
A few, Harry.
5.
A shot.
Only because, there's really 4, but I didn't want it just to be the more recent guys in here. So I put Latrell Sprewell as an honorable mention just to give him some love, right?
Some love. I mean, he did choke his coach.
Yes. But, put him
PJ Carlissimo, I believe it was, too.
He needed a hug, Eric.
He did.
I have Kevin Durant as an honorable mention.
Wouldn't put him in there because I don't feel like it was.
I had 3 years.
Yeah.
A couple of championships. Not that they needed him to win those championships.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't.
Tim Hardaway, honorable mention. Nate Thurmond, I put as an honorable mention, and I got Chris Mullin as an honorable mention. That was a potential.
Yeah, I can see what you did and I did, so I'm sure we'll see it a little different. But we start off. Here's our starting five. At number 5 for me, I had Tim Hardaway, fourth all time on the team in assists. That TMC crew, him, Mitch Richmond, and Chris Mullin in the '80s, I thought was a really well built team. It's just
I like that. I liked that team a lot. Actually,
I just think again the '80s had so many good teams that they just couldn't get over that hump. So, but I went Tim Hardaway at 5.
Yeah, I can see that. My number 5. I don't know if you have him on the list or not. I believe you do, but I went with Wilt Chamberlain. You know,
at 5.
At 5.
Okay. Well, okay.
He played 429 games, so it was 3 seasons, but. For those 3 seasons, he averaged 41.5 points a game. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But that was nothing, right? How about 22.9 boards to go with that? Did they need any other players on the court? Apparently they did because he didn't win a championship with them. And that's why he's at number 5.
Right,
that and the fact that he only played 429 games.
Gotcha. All right. Interesting. All right. I can't wait to hear your list now. At 4 for me, I had Chris Mullin. Again, I liked that 80s team so much that I put them ahead of Clay and Draymond. Even though they won the championships, I think the man in the middle may have had more to do with that. So I went Chris Mullin at number 4. He is also 5th all-time in points for the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. I went Klay Thompson at number 4. I mean, the numbers he posted were pretty great. 19.6 points, 3.5 boards, 2.3 assists, but it was those clutch shots that just helped this franchise turn around. Obviously, you have Steph Curry. But there were a lot of times Clay had to take those big shots, and he did get them. 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA, and 1 All-Defensive, and of course the 4 championships. I thought those numbers were just better with those championships. He was a vital part.
Agreed. I'm not saying he wasn't. But yeah. All right. All right, at number 3, Ron, I have Rick Barry, 3rd all-time in points, 3rd all-time in points per game, and won a championship. So I went Rick Barry at number 3.
Yeah, number 3, I went Draymond Green. I went their 3, right? Their big 3 now. Recently, I should say. Draymond Green, it's like as much as I hated the guy, I do love the guy, right? It's kind of weird. It's like a bittersweet for me.
He's a Dennis Rodman type. Like you either liked Rodman, you didn't like Rodman. Now, if you play like NBA 2K, you want to play with Dennis Rodman just because it's like, Dennis Rodman.
But Draymond, 8.7 points per game isn't going to wow anybody, right? But, it's not those numbers. It's the extras, First of all, 9-time all-defensive player. I mean, you're going to get a great, defensive player. 1 year he had defensive player of the year. He also led the league in steals once, but he's a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA player, and of course those 4 same championships because that trio was together for that whole run.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's those little things that he gets under the skin of players and pulls them out of their game. There's nobody better.
I don't even know if it's just the players because that's why he's my honorable mention because he gets under my skin. So even fans of the game have things. And Ron, interesting fact, another guy who choked a member of the Golden State Warriors. So I see where you're going. You have Sprewell, you have Draymond. You like these guys that choke people.
Apparently I do, I guess.
All right. We won't get into what you're into.
Getting all choked up.
Yeah. Oh, boy. All right. So at number 2, I had Wilt Chamberlain. even with the limited amount of time that he played, he's second all time in points scored,
Yeah.
second all time in rebounds.
I just refused to do it. I just refused.
And first in points per game. So he has to be considered one of the greatest Golden State Warriors.
Eric, I don't even know what I have against him. Probably nothing, right? It's just that he gets touted as the best, center, right? I'm sorry, I'm a Bill Russell fan. That's why I'm insulted.
No.
So I should have put him out of the list.
I know why you're upset with him. Because he slept with over how many women?
No.
You wanted that road. That was your world Guinness World Record that you were trying to break, and Wilt Chamberlain.
I was one away.
Man, well,
away.
What was that? Over 100 women in a year or something crazy?
I was 10,000.
Was it 10? Yeah, it's something ridiculous. All right. So who do you have at number 2 then?
Number 2, I have Rick Barry. Man, this guy was so good. 25.6 points, 7.3 boards, 5.1 assists. I'll take those numbers if you're going to win me a championship. And he did 8-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA. And yes, I understand Wilt was like All-NBA every year. I get it. But he didn't win this team a championship, and that's what it's about. So I went Rick Barry, number 2. And the fact that he looks like the sergeant on Chips.
Oh, yeah.
Sergeant Contreras.
Yeah, yes, he does. That's an interesting way to look at it. Okay. All right. That brings us to our number 1 on our starting 5. And I told you I love that 80s team, so I went Mitch Richmond at number. Oh, wait. Obviously, it's gotta be.
I was like, you didn't even put him on the list.
Obviously, it has to be.
You
Steph
actually
Curry.
Got me on that one. You should congratulate yourself.
Yeah. Steph Curry, first in points, first in threes, first in steals, first in assists, a 4-time champion. Steph Curry has literally changed this organization in the last 10 years to become considered one of the greatest dynasties of all time. So I went with Steph Curry.
Eric. I was about to go. Like my blood pressure all of a sudden just went. I'm surprised I didn't turn red like the graphics.
The graphics.
Oh my God, I was about to explode. Yeah, he was number 1. I mean, 4-time champion. I mean, this guy is the reason why they're relevant. I mean, this guy can shoot the lights out. Anybody, look, first of all, I don't care what anybody says. If I have to take one shot of any current NBA player, I'm having Steph take the shot.
So I guess the debate would be then, Ron, what about put him up against a Bird, who again was considered one of the greatest shooters. So that's what I'm saying, though. Even as great
Bird
as
is top 5 in my book. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. The man did it all, and very underrated as a player. And he was one of the greats, right?
Yeah,
underrated. He.
So,
man, if that back.
So let me ask you this: as great, I love Steph too. I think he's changed the game. The game is never going to be the same. But is he in your top 10?
Yeah.
Right, but it's probably a debate on again. He doesn't make the top 5, I don't think.
Well, all I know is I don't know exactly the number where he is, but I know I have him ahead of LeBron. I have him ahead of LeBron.
LeBron is my Draymond Green to you. Like, no matter what he does, the man.
I just think, if I'm going to take the best player, I'm going to take Jordan, and then there's like 3 or 4 guys that are next, and it's got to be including Magic, Bird, Wilt, and Bill Russell. That's where it starts. Then I would have Kobe, and then you start talking about the other guys.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a debate on if he's a top 10, which is crazy to think about.
That's where I have it. I mean, does Dr. J has to be in there, which I'd probably put him ahead of Steph and LeBron as well. Like Dr. J was just special, you know. There's a lot of great players that have come in this league. It's really tough to just say, okay, this guy's better than this. You got to just look at everything.
I might put a Shaq.
Right. Where do you put Shaq in all of this? You know, you have Kareem that I haven't even mentioned. Kareem is better than Steph and Magic.
Hakeem, another the dream. This is where I say when they have these debates.
Yeah, because Hakeem and Shaq are right there together. It's like
we just got a Kool-Aid guy on our. That's kind of. I think that's the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Supercharged.
All right. W. Dill. All right. Let's continue talking some basketball, though, Ron. And not a lot going on the
great list because it really spawns. It really spawns a great conversation about the best players.
Yeah. So the question tonight for our NBA segment is: the Boston Celtics championship window closed? Is this it? Are we done seeing the Boston Celtics? This group.
I don't think it's closed. It's just open to crack right now because, you know, Jason Tatum's injury.
I think you're letting out some hot air with that.
I would think when Tatum comes back, you know, next year, you have Tatum and maybe Brown. I don't know where the team is going to go from here, but you'll still hopefully have White and you'll still hopefully have Double P and some other talented players that come into the fold. I think as long as you have Brown and Tatum and White, I think you're a contender.
Okay. So I'm going to disagree with you for a couple of reasons. First of all, they're 2 years removed from the championship. So you're already starting to it's like that girl you dated for a while and you're like, oh, she was great. But then you start to remember why she was so great. You just remember you dated her.
Yeah, but as long as you bring her over a couple of times a month, you know?
All right. Well, but you know, I think that's where we are with the championship with the Celtics. It feels like it's been more than 2 years. It feels like it's been eons.
Right. I get that.
And now you get rid of two of the key pieces with Holiday and Porzingis.
I don't think they're key pieces, though.
Okay. Well, then how about this? Cap space. This year, they're minus 56 million. Next year, they're minus 70 million. 27, they're minus 76 million. And then it finally drops to minus 38 million. I don't know if this team with the new ownership is going to invest with these guys. And we don't even know what Tatum's going to be when he comes back.
That is a fair point because, you know, we did once the injury happened, we knew for a fact that was going to be it for several players. And, you know, when it first happened, we nailed the two players right off the top. We knew KP and Drew were gone. We knew it. We were a little concerned about Brown and White because if they would have done that, it would have been a mass exodus and then it would be officially over. But because you keep those two and you have cap space next year, it is possible that you get another player.
They're in the negative.
Oh, they're over the cap.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's bad.
70 and 76 million.
That's bad.
Yeah. And so I don't see this new ownership team with Tatum coming back from an injury saying, oh, you know what? Let's just go and invest because we still got a championship contending team.
So that just tells me that they're going to try young players. And are you going to get somebody that's going to help you get to a championship at that point?
I don't think you do. I don't think you do. So unless they get lucky in a draft or one of these kids step
up. With that information, I thought they were going to be under the cap.
Now,
they're just under a certain level of the luxury.
Yeah. So anything under 50 something million, I think, is with where they're at now. So think about it next season and the season after. Not next
This is
season, the
what
season
happens when
after.
you pay
is the 2
players like
years.
$500 million a year.
Yeah. And I would also say this too, Ron. We've got to look at two teams that I really feel like in the next 2 to 3 years are going to be contenders: Orlando Magic and the Detroit Pistons. I
agree
think
with
that
you.
those two teams are going to be contenders, and I think that's going to be the reason you don't. I think that's why the window is closed.
I think New York and Cleveland should watch out for them this upcoming season.
Agreed. I don't think anybody's paying attention, and those teams show that they can be contending teams next season. So I think
Carroll and Cunningham.
Have
they're
both.
legit.
Yeah,
they're legit.
So I'm interested to see, but I think the window's closed. I think that
you might be right with the salary cap like that. You might be right.
And I don't feel like this ownership team is going to invest like the previous.
To me, that feels like Brown's days are numbered.
Yeah, it's going to happen. He's probably the one that's going to move. Or they, again, look at Tatum and say, hey, with that injury, I mean, I'm sure there's a team that's still going to be interested in him. But they may say he's damaged goods. He's damaged goods. It's what we call you sometimes when we damaged goods. All right, Ron.
Hurt.
Because you're damaged. Before we get on to our second half of the show, we would love for you to tell everyone who is out there who's bringing us the second half of the Sports Unfolded show tonight.
Oh, okay. That's a good point. As long as I can find it. So tonight's show is being brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to all your favorite shows, including our show, Sports Unfolded, and their newest show, Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour. So that's Bryant College talk.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, Bryant College. Been a minute since I've been up that way.
It's a Rhode Island show.
That's awesome. I used to I always go up there for the Patriots practices when they were there, and then
oh my God, remember those days?
Yeah, and then I used to play some basketball up in those gyms. So
yeah, I've gone to see a few of the men's team games and the women's team game.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you, 990 WBOB, for the second half of the show. And let's get with it, Ron, and Major League Baseball talk. Would you consider Aaron Judge an all-time great New York Yankee at this point of his career? So Judge has tied Joe DiMaggio for fourth all-time in home runs with 361. Should this be a reason we consider him a Yankee great?
Not yet. Let's pump the brakes on that, because what the other Yankee greats have done previously,
those.
Yeah. You got to win one.
Not a wedding ring, though. Look, that's my wedding ring, but a ring.
So he's got to get married in order
He's got to get married. That's it. Otherwise, you're not a Yankee great. You gotta be sleeping with Marilyn Monroe. That's how I look at it.
No, look.
Mariah Carey.
As a Red Sox fan.
Okay.
As a Red Sox fan, I like Judge as a player. And I don't like admitting that. But in order for him to be a great, he has to win a championship.
100%.
Yeah, sure. If you're in Seattle, you're already a great, right?
100%. He would have been, they would have already had a statue.
Almost every other team, you're a great. Because there's not many of them that have the championships like those great Yankees.
Yeah, the pedigree.
When you talk about, Ruth and Yogi Berra and Reggie, all of those guys have championships, and the real last Yankee great was Jeter. You got to win something. You can't call yourself a Yankee great unless you win championships.
100%, I agree with you. Again, based on his postseason results, Ron, In 58 games, he's batting 205 with 45 hits, 16 home runs, 34 RBIs.
Having a great season.
It's not enough. No, that's his postseason, 205.
Oh, it's
His batting
yeah.
average
I'm just saying he's having a great season.
He's having
right
another
now,
great season, but it's all regular season.
Postseason is different.
You bat 200 in the postseason.
Yeah, that's
you're
that's
not going to win many
it.
games. He's not even in the top 25 in batting average all time for Yankees. So again, you can't even say he's one of the better hitters in Yankee history. He hits home runs, and he does it really well. And he's been on a historic pace for the last few years. But you got to win when it counts. So I wanted to have fun with this segment, Ron, because I knew we would agree on that part. We're going to do a did you know? Or do you know, Ron? Not, I guess, a did you know? Do you know?
Wait, maybe I forgot it.
I know. Did you? Because I did. Oh, my friend. Who
Love it.
is in the top 5 all time for championships with the New York Yankees? So which players have won the most championships, Ron, with the New York Yankees? So we said Aaron Judge has 0, right?
I think Yogi Berra has to be in there.
Yogi Berra is number 1 with 10.
Yeah.
10 championships with the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I was thinking 9, but yeah, 10 sounds right.
All right.
Wait, does this include managers?
No.
Okay. So you have to go back a ways. It has to be I'm gonna say Babe Ruth.
Not on the list.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's too bad. So it didn't work out for you guys on that trade either.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, it was, yikes.
So it has to be all those guys in the middle, right? In like Mickey Mantle.
Believe it or not, Mantle is not one of them.
Wow.
I'll give you one more guess. You get 3 strikes, and then I'll give you the list. So you got Berra, who was number 1.
Wow, it has to be all the early guys, I guess. We're gonna go with what's the pitcher's name? Bunning?
Nope. Strike 3, you're out. Let's go.
Catfish Hunter.
Most championships. Yogi Berra at 10. Joe DiMaggio at 9.
Oh, I didn't mention him? Oh, man, I thought I said him already.
Joe DiMaggio.
We were talking about him.
9 championships. And then 4 guys tied with 8. And that would be Bill Dickey, Phil Rizzuto.
Oh,
they remember those commercials, right? I don't know who Frankie Crosetti is, but Frankie Crosetti and Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig, 8 championships.
Oh,
the
damn,
last
I
4
didn't
guys.
say Lou either. Oh,
right?
My God.
So you think about those Yankee greats. You think about the 90s run, and they only got what? 5? 4. Jeter. 6. But so it kind of crazy. But for him to get his name mentioned with greats, to your point, he's got to start off with at least a ring.
Yeah, you have to have a ring.
So
have to.
So we saw that the same. All right, Ron.
Dickey can get one.
Who?
Dickey.
Yeah. Bill Dickey got 9, 8.
I know.
8. Whoa. All right, Ron. With that, we're gonna
about you.
We're gonna forget about that segment now because I think it's going south quick. And we're gonna move on to our split decisions.
Hey, Danny's here.
Hey.
Where you been, Danny? We missed you.
Danny is here. All right, our split decision segment. Basically, we give each other 2 more likely questions, and we have to make a decision. I am first this week, so I will start us off with this question, right?
First last week too.
Which was I first last week? No,
I don't know. Just go.
No. Which I think you are right. You're supposed to be even numbers. That's all right. Which Major League Baseball team is more likely to sneak into the playoffs? The Texas Rangers are 2 games behind Houston. Sneak in.
They're doing better than sneaking in.
They're not in yet. All right.
No, but They were 10 games back at one point.
There's not a lot of time left, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Texas Rangers, who are 2 games back of the Houston Astros. The San Francisco Giants, who are a game and a half back of the Mets, or the Cincinnati Reds, who are a game and a half back behind the Mets. Which one is more likely to sneak into the postseason?
All right. So in order for Texas to do it, they have to pass up Houston, Boston, and New York.
At least Houston. You get by Houston, you're in. Houston's got the last spot. Dodgers are not sneaking in. The Dodgers are in, Danny.
And Cincinnati, yeah, I think they're just running out. I think Cincinnati and San Francisco, I think, are just running out of time.
Mets have lost 6
I don't
straight.
like San Francisco.
6 straight the Mets have lost.
Damn.
They're on that elevator, man. It's going down quick.
You know, I'm gonna say, like, I like Texas better as the team than the other two, but they got a tougher challenge ahead of them. But I mean, Red Sox lost Roman Anthony.
Yeah, but I don't think Boston drops that far down.
I don't think so either. I'm gonna say Cincinnati.
Right? Isn't it? I think they could. They could do this. We talked about this question before. Something similar, and they're still around. And I will say this, Ron. Please check us out on TikTok, Sports Unfolded. But I've been getting a lot of, and I don't know what made me think of this real quick, but the ESPN commercials back in the day that were phenomenal. And it was funny because one of the anchors was going to go into the elevator. And New Jersey Devil mascot was in that, right? And I was just, when you said they're going to go down, and he was like, "Are you going up?" And he's like, "I'll take the next elevator," because the Devil was going down. Like it was such a good commercial. Those commercials were phenomenal.
Those were.
So I don't think, to your point, I don't think Houston drops far enough. I think the Mets could blow this thing, and they look like they had a stranglehold on that wild card spot. So
yeah,
that was a good one. What do you have, Ron?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm still trying to figure out where mine is. You know, look, I guess we're gonna go baseball because it's pretty similar. It's pretty similar. So the AL West has become much closer, right? Like there used to be a big gap, and then all of a sudden, Seattle is now tied with Houston, technically in first place, and Texas only 2 games back of this pile. Who is more likely to win the West? Seattle, Houston, or Texas?
Well, Texas is in third.
Right. Seattle is tied in first place with Houston right now. And Texas is 2 games behind them.
Well, we talked about the trade deadline and what Seattle did, and I thought it was going to be enough to at least get them into the postseason. I think they win the division. I think with the moves they made, I think that gives them enough. Yeah, I think that gives them enough momentum. So, yeah, I'm going to go the Mariners here.
Yeah, that's the right decision. That's what I would pick.
Thank you. Your blessing now.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
You're right.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Ron. Your second split decision. Which quarterback is more likely?
Oh, another person enjoying our show.
Oh, we enjoy Evan, you too. Thank you, Evan. Give us we should be on Discord thing anytime now. All right. Which quarterback is more likely to sneak into the playoff? Into the playoffs? I just write 2 lines at once. Hey, look, Kick Fam Discord server. Go figure. Which quarterback is more likely to lead the league in rushing touchdowns this season? All of these quarterbacks have 2 to start off week 1. Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, or Justin Fields. Who's going to lead the league in rushing touchdowns for a quarterback this season?
I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts.
I was thinking of the tush push, right? Like that's like
Yeah,
a you
yeah. I
guys
think
are on Discord, Eric. Yeah,
that's
we're on Discord too. Yes.
yeah, we are on Discord, Danny. Thank you. Danny, are you on our Discord? Is the question.
So you're going Jalen Hurts, but
Yeah,
Josh
I'm
Allen
going.
runs a
It was
lot.
either, to me, I thought it would either be him or Josh Allen. I think just because those offenses are are very very high potential of scoring all the time, and they'll have more opportunities. So I would say, but I would say Hurts because of that tush push. They got that line.
Yeah. What's the Discord under? Ron, do you remember?
Road RI Broadcasting, I believe.
All right. Check that out, Danny. We'll send it to you. We'll send it to you, Danny. All right. Your second split decision, Ron.
All right. So I also went football, and I went on the defensive side of the ball. Now we're in week 2. Who will have more sacks in week 2 games for this weekend? Right. Harold Landry of New England, who had 2.5 sacks, leads the
Leads the
league. Right.
league. Yep.
Myles Garrett of Cleveland, who had 2 sacks in week 1. And Drew Tranquil of Kansas City, who also had 2 sacks in week 1.
Yeah, you can definitely join Danny. So the problem's going to be is I don't know who's Cleveland playing again.
Cleveland is playing Baltimore.
Okay, and the Patriots are playing the Dolphins, and Kansas City's playing Philly. So I'm going to go Landry here because I think he's got the easiest matchup of the 3 of them. I mean, let's go. What a move by Mike Vrabel in that group.
He's playing very well.
Yeah, they blitz too much, though. So hence why you give up a 20-yard 3rd and 20. You give up 24 yards. That's because you get send everybody and there's nobody to defend. But neither here nor there. But I'll go Landry on that one. Yeah, I almost did who would finish the season with the most sacks, but yeah, I think it's too early. It's too early.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to send a list for a link. Here it is. Invite people. Invite. Go ahead.
You good? All right, we're going to move on. Great segment as always. Let's move on to the NHL, Ron. And should Minnesota Wild be concerned with Kirill Kaprizov?
Kirill Kaprizov. Kirill the Thrill.
Kirill the Thrill rejecting their recent extension offer. So the team has offered a record. Miami is a mess. Yep. Landry. Thank you, Mickey. 8 years, $128 million. The highest contract in NHL history, and he has rejected it. Bill Guerin, the GM, has said he doesn't want all-out panic from the fans. He thinks they'll still get a deal done. Here's the kicker. They are waiting, his agent in Kirill are waiting for Connor McDavid's contract. So depending on what Chakra, thanks for joining as well, Chakra. So Connor McDavid's contract obviously would probably top 128, which means Minnesota is probably going to be paying even more. Should they be nervous?
Yes, they should, because I think I'm not so sure it's that he's waiting for the contract for Connor McDavid. I think he's looking at it that he can't win a Stanley Cup there.
Okay. Yeah, he's in the last year of his deal. So, again, he's a free agent.
Think of the bidding war that will happen for him if he waits to the end of next season.
I mean, barring injury, which, again, last season he only played 41 games.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to worry about the injury piece.
Yeah.
But again, this
of course,
guy,
you always have to worry about that.
319 games with the Wild, 185 goals, 201 assists. So for 386 on points, plus 71.
Yeah, he's
Plus
their
71.
Pasternak, right?
He's their best player. Yeah.
Like they're pretty much the same player. You're getting whoever ends up with him is going to have to pay for it, and they're going to get an all-star player. He doesn't need anybody to get his share. He's so much like David Pasternak, and and I think that's what hurt the Bruins in the long run, because they know that he doesn't need anybody good on his line, for him to get his. And I think that's why they kind of like butchered this team,
So
and
is
he's in the
is
same boat.
is he gone?
I think he's going to be gone at the end of the year.
Do you think he waits out the contract, or Minnesota looks for a way to trade him to try to get something back at least?
They might try to trade him. I mean, I don't see that he's going to sign there.
So he's going to be one of those mid-season trades that, shocks the NHL world.
Yeah, it could happen even during training camp. So
you think that early? Wow.
It could be a trade, and then he signs with whoever he goes to.
Good landing spot, maybe a big sit, New York.
Yeah.
Right? Somewhere like that where he's going to get a lot of exposure. And
yeah, he's going to go. He's definitely
I
going to
don't
end
think
up
they have
with
the
somebody
cap,
that's going to be a contender. I mean, if you add Kaprizov to the Rangers, they're a contender. I mean, it doesn't even matter who you give up. It'll probably be like somebody like Kreider and a bunch of draft picks. Somebody that they can get back. But the problem is Kaprizov
by the
is
way,
somebody
the
that
graphics,
can generate the offense.
the graphics
Kreider is not.
By the way. The graphics haven't changed, by the way. I don't know.
I
Our graphic guy. Where's our graphic guy?
I forgot.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, there we go.
He's a great player, and I think he's highly underrated. It didn't change. Did you change it?
Yeah.
Why does it look the same on mine? I still got the split decision.
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. There it is. That was weird.
Wow.
All right.
That's a big delay for you.
Yeah, I don't know. But again, it's going to be interesting to see because, to your point, Minnesota doesn't have a lot. So it's almost like you're kind of you need to keep this player because he's probably going to be he's the face of the franchise.
It's not going to happen. He wants to go somewhere where he can win, and he wants to sign that big contract. I don't think he's waiting for McDavid because, look, and this is what I hate about free agents and stuff like that. Like, everybody wants to pay their guy and they get this big contract, but you're not as good as Connor McDavid. Nobody is in this league. I'm sorry. It just shouldn't be that way. What I would do is, like, I'm offering you what Pasternak got. He's the same freaking player. It's the same guy. You get what he gets. That's the way it should be.
But it's no different than.
I'm sorry, it's just the same thing in football. Why are you getting paid more than Tom Brady?
But everybody goes. It's the next big contract. Whoever's the next one up.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be like that. I'm sorry.
2 years ago, Jaylen Brown was the highest paid Boston Celtic.
That's ridiculous.
Till Jason Tatum got his.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, Jaylen Brown is not the best player in the league. He should have never been paid the most money in the league. Never.
All right, we'll have to watch.
Boils my water.
Kaprizov, it gone during training camp. That's
I would not be surprised.
Prediction.
I would not be surprised.
To see. All right, Ron, let's move on to our pick and roll.
It's time for pick and roll.
Our pick and roll segment is from 1988, 37 years ago. Again, we are on episode 37 of season 5. And these 5 players were all drafted in the 1988 Major League Baseball draft and all became an all-star. And that was Robin Ventura, Tino Martinez, Royce Clayton, Ed Sprague, and Brian Jordan. We are going to rank them from 5 to 1. I messed up, but I'll go first again on this week.
Yeah, but before you do that,
We'll give
Eric,
you 2.
look, you know how I like to play a game in my own head? Maybe
Okay.
you don't, but
Well,
I numbered these players
prior
beforehand.
to, yes, you do that a lot. Yes.
And let me tell you, not one player ended up in the spot that I thought they were going to be.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. So I'll start us off here at number 5. I went Ed Sprague, 4,095 at bats. He batted .247. Did get 1,000 hits, 1,010 hits, 152 home runs, 506 runs, 558 RBIs. Whopping 6 stolen bases in his career. He was a one-time All-Star, and even though he was a 2-time champ, Ron, he was number 5 on this list.
Yeah.
The championships did not help him move up the list. At 4, another one of those two-way players played for the Atlanta Falcons as well, Brian Jordan.
Atlanta Falcons?
He did play for the Atlanta Falcons.
The football team.
Yes, he played safety for the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, no wonder why that came up. I looked him up and I'm like, no, not that guy, the baseball player.
Yeah, Brian
It
Jordan.
was him.
Yeah, he played for the Atlanta Falcons.
That's pretty good.
5,160 at bats. He batted .282, which was the highest on the list of all these players.
Bamtino.
14. Yeah. I think you might be right, Mickey. Yes, I'll let you know in a minute. 282 batting average, 1,454 hits, 184 home runs, 755 runs, 821 RBIs, 119 stolen bases, and a one-time All-Star. Brian Jordan at number 4. At 3, I went Royce Clayton, 7,373 at-bats. He batted .258, 1,904 hits, 110 home runs, 935 runs, 723 RBIs, which hurt him, 231 stolen bases, one-time All-Star. At 2, I did go Robin Ventura, 7,064 at-bats. He batted .267, 1,885 hits, 294 home runs, 1,006 runs, 1,182 RBIs. I did a misgraphic on this one when I typed this up. It's 11. I have 11,182. That would be a record, I think. 1,182 RBIs, 24 stolen bases. He was a 2-time All-Star and 6-time Gold Glove. What hurt him? No championships. So at number 1, I went Tino Martinez, 7,111 at-bats. He batted .271. 1,925 hits, most on this list. 339 home runs, most on this list. 1,009 runs, most on this list. 1,271 RBIs, most on this list. 27 stolen bases, not the most on this list, but he was a 2-time All-Star, 1-time Silver Slugger, and a 4-time World Series champion. Tino Martinez, part of those great Yankee teams, my number 1 in this week's pick and roll.
So Eric, when I first looked at the names,
yeah,
I had Ventura, Martinez, Sprague, Jordan, and Clayton. That's the order I had put them. You know, just by pure memory, right? Which my memory failed me. Because there was nobody there in that spot. You know, that was right. So I had Ed Sprague at number 5, and I just remember him. Oh man, he was pretty good, right? And no, he was terrible. I'm sorry, he stunk, and he wasn't even around that long. I remember him being much better than what he actually was. Could be the Mandela effect. I don't know, but I pictured Sprague as a vital part of his team.
Mhm.
I was wrong. He stunk. 247 batting average. Oof, awful. And he just barely got over 1,000 hits. So he was number 5. Number 4, and I'm surprised you actually put him ahead of Brian Jordan. I have Royce Clayton. 258 hitter, was not as good as Jordan's 282. And of course, I'm throwing the Jordan name out there a little too loosely. It's B. Jordan.
Michael B.
B.
Jordan. Yes.
Jordan. But Royce Clayton was not as good as Jordan. Jordan had more RBIs, in what, 2,200 less at bats, and 755 runs as opposed to 935. But that batting average, 282 to 258, was too much.
And I kept debating. I think it's the almost 500 more hits.
It is, but if Jordan had as much at bats, he would have been higher. But he didn't,
agreed.
And I get it. So Royce Clayton for me was 4, Brian Jordan was 3, and I thought that Ventura, I thought he had the highway to the number 1 spot, and it did not happen that way. Robin Ventura fell short of that road, and I had Tino Martinez at number 1, and it made me think that you rigged this so that way it would have to say a New York Yankee.
You knew it. No, I don't bet 1988. I can't help it. And I only did position players. I didn't do the pitches because I just felt like this way it's a little easier. But the Bam Tino, as Mickey said.
Tino Martinez was a very good player. Very good player.
And he was great on Seinfeld. He was so.
Yeah.
So,
he was.
You can't.
With Costanza,
they teaching him how to hit.
Yeah.
Him and Bernie Williams.
That was a funny episode.
Yeah, it was him and Bernie Williams.
Yeah.
I still to this day with the calzone thing. I think we talked about that. Calzone! Do I smell calzone?
Where's my calzone?
Oh man, I still love
Serenity
it.
Now.
Oh jeez.
Oh, love it. No, it was a good list.
Good list, not bad. They weren't horrible players.
But Tino Martinez and Robin Ventura were really good players.
Yes, agreed. All right, Ron.
Though once that number appears, it's like, well, if I don't put him at number 1, I'm going to hear it from you.
Yes.
Oh, all this time it's championship.
Every time you champion, it's true. I think the first time ever, Ed Sprague, I was like, wow, he won 2 champions. Usually it gives him like 4 or 5.
I know.
It moves him up, but it couldn't.
It usually vaults him ahead of somebody. His numbers were so bad it couldn't. Yeah. He was obviously not a factor in that.
Ed, we're not really like, if you ever want to come on, I don't know if he's still alive, but if you want to come on Sports Unfolded, Ed, we're not like it's still a possibility. All right, Ron. Before we get into our predictions,
there was another Ed Sprague too.
Oh yeah,
a pitcher like about 4 decades earlier. He was not good.
Not good. Maybe it's in the name.
So it runs in the name.
Ron, before we get into our prediction segment, can you please let everyone out there take part in our Hall of Fame voting that is going on now? We inducted last month Cheryl Swoops and Deion Sanders into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. You can check us out on the Sports Unfolded website. And you can cast your votes for the new nominees for the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame on the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook, which is open now. Mark Spitz, Jenny Thompson, Matt Bondi, Slavlana, whatever, Roma Sheena, and Ryan Lochte. All up there. We only got 4 votes for the Olympics, so get in there and cast your vote.
Yeah, come on, guys. These are heroes of the United States. Heroes, I tell you. Heroes!
Well, Svetlana Romanashina is not from the United States. Okay, so they're not all heroes from the United States. But we also have in the NHL.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Paul Coffey, Ray Bork, Doug Wilson, Larry Murphy, and Phil Housley. Ray Bork is destroying this right now.
I was looking at the graphics, waiting for them to change.
Mark Spitz, Mickey, go on the Sports Unfolded Sports poll page, cast your vote for Spitz,
Yes.
so that he
You too,
can possibly win. All right, Ron. With that, we're going to move into our prediction segment. Last week's numbers. Let's put them up.
Put 'em up.
I went 6-2. You went 5-3.
Change another one.
I had a top 5 driver last week. So it is all fun and games here, my friend. Ray Bork and yes, Mickey, we love it. Go to the Sports Unfolded Sports poll page, cast your vote. Love to get Bork on there. Bork is going to win that one. All right. With that, you too can get your name added to the Sports Unfolded prediction chart or add to your numbers. Just tell us who you pick as we call the games out. All right. This week, Ron, we are starting off in Major League Baseball. This game probably just kicked off. The New York Yankees at the Boston Red Sox. It's a 3-game series. Who do you have?
I'm going the New York Yankees. And you know why.
Yeah. You don't care about the loss, kids. I'm going the Boston Red Sox. The Yankees have only beaten Boston twice this season, and I don't see that changing.
Yeah, but this means something now.
It means something every time, and they still couldn't beat them.
It doesn't.
So I went Boston. I went the Red Sox here. I think you're just being a homer. I'm going to check the score right now. Boston's up by,
just being a homer. I went with the Yankees.
Boston. Yeah, because you want them to lose. Sox, or my sister would be upset. All right, so we're going Chakra's going the Sox.
Chakra.
Mickey, do you have a pick there? The New York Yankees at the Boston Red Sox 3-game series.
He's voting.
Danny, do you have? They're still out there.
Danny.
Mickey's going Sox as well. Trying to tell you, man, the Sox have played so well against New York all season. All right, we also have kicking off on Monday the Philadelphia Phillies at the Los Angeles Dodgers 3-game series. This is going to be an interesting one. I don't trust the Dodgers as much as I think I should, even though they're at home. I'm going the Phillies here because I think they're playing really good baseball right now. I'm going with the Phillies.
Mickey's picking the Sox in that game too.
All right, Mick, pick the Sox again. All right, who do you go with? I'm going Phillies.
With the Dodgers. I just think that pitching injury could hurt them. At some point, it's got to hurt them.
At some point, it hasn't yet, but at some point it'll happen. So I'm going Phillies. Ron's going Dodgers. Mickey, you got to pick. Chakra, do you have a pick? Phillies at the Dodgers 3-game series. What do you have? Chakra went Dodgers.
Goes for the Dodgers. The Dodgers.
Mickey's going Dodgers as well.
The Dodgers.
All right. 9-14. I really hate WNBA playoffs because I don't like the way they do it. They just do it by the record seeding.
It makes no sense.
9-14. Game 1, New York Liberty at the Phoenix Mercury. This seems like the best matchup out of the first round. Who do you have, Ron?
This is a tough one. I mean,
Game 1. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go Phoenix.
Wow. I went to Liberty here. I think once the postseason, they understand the importance of it now. They were tested all season, but they know how to win in the postseason. They're defending champions. I don't see them going down in the first round.
Eric, we keep this up, and that 4-point lead that I have, it could be gone because we've already gone Oppo 3 times.
Or it could go up. So either way.
Yeah, it could be.
So, Mickey, Chakra, do you have a pick on the New York Liberty at the Phoenix Mercury? Game 1, WNBA, kicking off their postseason this week. That's crazy, though. I don't like the way they do the matchups.
Mickey's going Liberty,
Rise of
and
the
then
Phoenix.
Chakra's Rise of the Phoenix. There we go.
All right, NFL action, Ron. Philadelphia Eagles at the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday. Rematch of the Super Bowl. Same result. Philadelphia Eagles take this game. I think the Chiefs are a mess. I think this is going to be the one that starts to get people talking.
Yeah, I also went with Philadelphia too. I just don't think that Kansas City is good enough. I think it's going to be a lot of the same.
And Jalen Carter back for that defense, and we know how they were able to push that line around in the Super Bowl.
I think he's going to keep his spit to himself.
You better learn. I mean, he might vote for Spitz. Mickey went Eagles. Thank you, Danny, for joining Discord. Chakra, do you have a pick? Danny, do you have a pick for the Philadelphia Eagles at the Kansas City Chiefs game?
I'm surprised you didn't pick LA Dodgers against the Philadelphia Phillies,
I don't think he was on. He was probably joining Discord at the time. Chakra went Eagles. Maybe Danny don't want to guess.
It's a good game.
All right.
I got
Also,
an event Sunday, so I'm a little concerned about not seeing the games.
Yeah, you tape them. 9:14 also this Sunday. You got the Atlanta Falcons at the Minnesota Vikings. Ryan, who do you have? Oh, Danny went Eagles. All right, Danny.
He even gave the scores. Bonus points if you get the exact score right.
All right, I'll look at it. I'll give him an extra win.
Atlanta at Minnesota. Oh boy. I'm gonna. Oh man, I don't. I'm gonna go Minnesota tentatively.
Chakra's going Vikings.
I would not be surprised if Atlanta does win.
I went Vikings as well. I went Vikings. Mickey's going Vikings. I think. Listen, we're on that JJ McCarthy hype right now. So I think most people are going to look at the Vikings and be like, all right, they made the right choice. Let's wait and see after maybe 8-9 games. But
there's another prediction by Danny.
Oh my God, boys, crying Giants! Wow, Vikings all
How
the way.
about them Cowboys?
Danny's going Vikings as well. All right, NCAA football action this weekend, Ron. Tomorrow.
Is that like Jingle All the Way, but only Vikings all the way?
All right, that was a bad joke. All right. 9:13, you've got the number 6 Georgia Bulldogs at number 15 Tennessee Volunteers. Whose pick is it? Mine? It's my pick.
I don't know at this point.
I'm going to Georgia Bulldogs. Tennessee has lost 8 straight. It goes to 9.
I also had Georgia on my mind, so I went with number 6, the Bulldogs.
Georgia.
I just think they're a better team.
Cowboys will be in second place. Yeah, they will. If they win, they will be in second place.
Yeah, not go crazy. Figure, huh?
Chaco win Dogs. Mickey's going Georgia. Mickey right now has the highest percentage, by the way. I think he's 66%, but it was only through 6 games. So that could change after this week, Mick.
That could change for the better, too.
Could. All right. I don't know if Danny maybe doesn't do college football. We also have in college football action, number 16, the Texas A&M Aggies at number 8, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Ron, what do you have?
I went the Irish at home. That's going to be a tough place to play. So I definitely go Notre Dame in that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Notre Dame needs this game more. Again, to stay in contention for the playoffs, and they lost last week. So I think they need this win. So I could see the Dame. Notre Dame. Danny's going Notre Dame. Mickey's going to Irish as well. You didn't know Mickey Finn, Irish. I mean, makes
Yeah,
sense.
I would have
Never
never
gotten that.
guessed he would have gone the other way on that.
Yeah,
one.
he's not a cowboy. I don't think he's a cowboy, Mick.
What is Texas A&M? Are they Hoagies?
The Aggies.
The Aggies. I was thinking maybe it's
Hoagies, what,
because
do
I'm
they have a
hungry.
sandwich? Yeah, I was going to say.
I am hungry, so.
Man. Ay. All right. USC, I live in Cali. We know, Danny. What's your choice chakra? The number 16 Texas A&M Aggies at number 8 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He's going Irish as well.
Irish.
That was a clean sweep on that one. Irish Spring. Sunday, right?
I would assume that a lot of people drink at this Irish football game.
I don't know.
I would think so, right?
Yeah, you think so? I don't know.
What
Might
they serve there? Guinness?
I don't know, but if you're I don't know, you fight a lot. I don't care about the crying Aggies. Who cares? You don't care. You don't care, Danny. Danny don't care. Danny, though, they're from Texas. I don't know. All right, Sunday's race, Ron, the Bass Pro Shop night race in Bristol.
What about the fight?
We're going to do that one last. It's all right.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Usually it's NASCAR last.
I know. Well, we're mixing it up, buddy. We need a top 5 driver. We've gone on a streak now. I think it's 3 or 4 straight weeks where we've had at least a top 5 driver. So
yeah,
let that continue. Who do you have?
This was a tough one because I was definitely going Kyle, but I had to decide between Busch and Larson. I'm going to go Kyle Larson on this one.
I also went Kyle Larson. So I don't drink. I don't
very
smoke,
good at night races.
Drugs. Yeah, he's very good in Bristol. I was brought up right by my parents. Yeah. That's great, Danny. We don't need. I didn't say I didn't know. My wife over here, you don't drink. No, not me. One of our fans is saying he doesn't drink or smoke. I should follow him. Now, I always have a captain in me. All right. I don't know if that sounded right either, but it's fine. One more prediction, Ron. This is a big one. All right, calm down, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Big fight tomorrow night.
Video, right?
Big fight tomorrow night on Netflix. Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Crawford moving up in weight for this one. So it's going to be, I think, chocolate. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. It's almost time. Is that a clock? I'm believe it or not, I think Canelo's lost a little bit. He's still a great fighter. Crawford 41-0 is not going to want to blemish that. I think the added weight might help him. I'm going with Terrence Crawford in this matchup.
That's who I got in this one. I think he's hungry. He looks meaner.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
He looks meaner.
Okay.
You know, like when Rocky fought Mr. T
the
first time, Mr. T looked meaner.
Clubber Lang, yeah.
Yes. So based on that, I'm going.
Why don't you come get a real man? I'll show you a real man. Crawford sounds good. All right, Chakra.
I pity the fool.
Chakra.
Yeah, no, I think that he's hungry.
It's gonna be a fun fight, though. This is
no joke.
This is probably the first time we've gotten like 2 legitimate boxes, even though they're on the back end of their career. Like they're not, at the peak, but they're
How
still.
did they not fight previously?
2 very good fight. They're saying, from what I heard, Crawford begged for this fight now because Crawford wants to be considered one of the greatest fighters of all time, and Alvarez has still got a great reputation. He's only had 2 losses, and he's fought some of the best fighters in the world. So this is going to be an interesting matchup.
Which are who?
I think he lost to Mayweather was one of the fights he lost. And I can't remember who the second guy was, but
I
all
don't
right.
know.
With that,
It's not
Ron,
like it used to be.
everyone tune in next week to see how you did. We got a lot of participation this week in our predictions, so we look forward to seeing how you did. Ron, before we get into our final thoughts and end this great show tonight, can you tell all the wonderful people out there how they can become a sponsor of Sports Unfolded and continue to help us grow, and we help their business grow?
Yeah, definitely, Eric, because let me tell you, the numbers are all in. In Atlanta on WDJY, we're getting 19,000 listeners.
I wonder if
And
that's 'cause it's in Boston.
and
He's saying the Yes Network is not broadcasting the Yankees game. It's got to be in
no, it's
Boston.
probably national. It's probably national.
Is it a national game tonight? Is it on ESPN?
It's got to be a national game.
ESPN, yeah, they get rights to
Yeah.
it.
So
All right, 19,000 listeners.
19,000 on the radio, another 5,000 plus on their website. You're also getting, 600 plus in WBOB in Providence, and then you throw in another 600 plus, just on Facebook, and you add YouTube and all of that stuff, and you should want to sponsor this fantastic show. Look, all you have to do is send us an email, and your ad will be here. We will read the ad, so not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version on Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, plus those radio stations that we are on as well. So send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out the media kit, and you will not be disappointed because it'll also be posted up on the website, ribroadcasting.net. It will go up on all of our social media. So our Twitter /X, all of it, everything. It'll all be up there. So you want to get on this. Don't snooze, because if you snooze, you lose. Let me tell you.
Mickey's, it's not on ESPN either, so I wondered maybe a Nesson thing.
No, it can't be. It's maybe MLB Network or something else. I know Prime has been taking everything. Maybe it's Netflix or Prime or something.
Danny said he wants to be a sponsor. All you got to do is send an email to that, and we'll give you all the information, Danny.
Oh, you want to be a sponsor, Danny? Yeah, come on,
all right.
Send me an email, and I'll give you all the information you need to know.
So with that, Ron, we are going to move into our final thoughts, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first this week. I will start you off with my two final thoughts. First and foremost, you can only stream it. Wow. Another allegation for Tyreek Hill. It's just a shame that players just continue to not learn from their mistakes. He's had so many legal issues, so many different issues, that here's another one. He's like, I'm focused on football, but how does a team and how is he able to perform at a peak level when this is what is continuously talked about every season, it seems like, with him? So a little disappointed to see that this came out again, especially with a player who wants to get traded to a possible championship contender. I think it just hurts his chances of that happening as well. And again, obviously didn't learn from his previous mistakes. And lastly, I just wanted to say again that 24 years ago yesterday, September 11th, obviously will continue to remain in our hearts as long as we are alive, in thinking about, there's been more people lost since, Ron, because of the effects of those buildings collapsing, and the smoke and the everything else. So you think about it, there's still deaths happening today because of that. So just remembering those that obviously lost their lives and dedicated their lives to either saving people or needlessly got killed for, the wrong reason. It's just a sad time in the world. So no politics, not discussing politics, just remembering a sad time in American history, my friend. But 24 years ago already, Ron.
Yesterday. It was an unbelievable event, and I wanted to touch on that as well. You stole my thunder again, but I remember that day so well because at the time I worked with little kids, at the YMCA after school, and that was a rough one because I worked in Providence. We had a lot of kids that had New York relatives, and there were several people that were affected, you know, being little kids, and they're asking a bunch of questions about this incident, and it's very difficult for them because they don't understand why dad or their uncle or whoever it may be isn't coming back because of this. And it was a very tragic day. And the moment where you see it hit, it changed everything, and the effect that it had on people everywhere, because when you think of the World Trade Center, you had people from all over the world there, and it was such a disaster. It was like a gut punch for the country, and from that day, I don't think this country has ever really, came all the way back for this
Mhm.
because of the politics after that.
Agreed.
And it's just probably the lowest point in the history of this country, barring racism. But
Yeah.
you gotta tip your hat to all those first responders that went through it, and like you said, they're still suffering to this day. And it was rough. It was a
Yeah, I don't think
rough.
none of us will ever forget where we were. If you
Yeah,
watch documentaries even today, you still cry about certain things that happened afterwards
yeah,
because you feel that emotion again of just such uncertainty of what was happening and why it was happening and what this is going to mean for all of us going forward. And to your
yeah.
point, we've never really been the same since. But um, a
And I'll
quick
tell you,
point.
Eric, also, if you want to see a great movie that has to do with that situation, and let me tell you, it's tough to get through because you get that feeling all over again. World Trade Center with Nicolas Cage. He
Okay.
was fantastic in that movie. What a great movie. And I recommend that one. Check that out.
All right. And then before we go, Danny, Judge Caprio, uh, famous Rhode Island judge. I'm surprised out in California, but passed away recently. So a big loss for Providence, Rhode Island, and what he meant. To think about it, he was on public access for quite some time before he actually became really popular.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Danny. So that's been our show tonight. We want to thank all those that have joined us live. Mickey, Danny, Chakra, you guys were amazing tonight. Thank you so much for the participation. We appreciate it. We are on every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We want to thank those that are continuing to help us grow. 990 WBOB in Providence, Rhode Island, putting us on every Saturday at 10 a.m., as well as 99.1 WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia. Thank you for the support every Saturday at 1 p.m. And also SECTV, Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support. We appreciate all the fans that have joined us live. Those that are going to watch afterwards, please like, share, and follow us on all our social media platforms. Check us out on our websites. Tell your friends about it. Join us live next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure we'll be talking about that Crawford Alvarez fight as well, because I'm sure there's going to be some interesting things coming out of that. So we'll see you next week. Ron, thank you as always for your time tonight. And all we ever ask for every single show is that we finally get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.